Morning, morning, morning. So, gonna try and keep this week's vlog short because I'm conscious last week it was 30 minutes long and probably most people got bored. The view wasn't very good either, something I need to work on. Just got one of those cheap chin mounts off eBay, the stick-on ones. I think like there's a company that do proper chin mounts. I think they're probably the best bet to get. So when I get my new bike, I'm getting a new lid anyway, you know, because when you buy a new bike, every biker knows you got to buy a new lid. So new lids come in. So it'll be a short one today because I'm actually taking a bike for its service. So it's good because that also means that I'm close to going to France. I think it's about 7 weeks if that now. So pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased with how everything's going. My training, I'm starting to up the ante on that a bit, eating a bit better. This jacket don't feel so tight now. There's a donut place around the corner from where I have my bike serviced, and I've been thinking about having a donut there all week, and now I've decided not to, because as much as they're really nice, I have pounds to shift. So no donut. Taking it to the place I bought it from for its service, JT Yamaha in Bridgend. Nice mob there. So it's going there, and I've got the indicator on. Yeah, it'll be its sort of second service. There'll be oil change, run through a few things. I mean, it's only done 3,400 miles, and as we know, and as we've discussed on previous videos, it's a Yamaha. Bike is absolutely bulletproof. And I abused my R6 and my R1, and I just kept servicing them and they kept going, so I can't really complain. So first stop is Peterol, which I've noticed in some places its price is creeping back up, which is a bit of a piss take. Fuel is disgusting. Annoyingly though as well, the local Tesco's in Upperboat, they haven't put their prices down at all. They're robbing bastards. I mean, some Tesco's I've seen around the country, or around the area, they're 4 or 5, I've seen 6p cheaper than my local Tesco's. And I live in Rhondda Cynon Taf, as you know, one of the most poorest places in Europe, or parts of it are. And one of the biggest superstores in the area is charging, you know, 5p more than most other places when you go into Cardiff, which is our capital city. So yeah, bit out of order really by them. I tweeted them about it, like a man in his middle age would do, tell them how disgusted I am, and they just ignored me. Profits over people, that's what it is, isn't it? So yeah, a shame really. So I'm just going to the local Texaco. I mean, that's still pricey, but it's like a penny and a half or a penny cheaper, so every penny counts. What else? Yeah, training's going well. In fact, I might even go to the gym today. Started tidying up my garden, ready for summer. The jacket sitting on me a bit better since I've started training again. So because when I was when it was bad with my leg and my hip and that, I really couldn't even walk. So you know, I'm consuming huge amounts of calories, and I'm just not burning any of them. But obviously that's sorted now. So yeah, I don't think I need to buy anything else. Maybe some waterproofs. Ready. I booked some time off now for picking up my new bike, so I got a long weekend. Hopefully the weekend I pick the bike up. Just depends on a number of things. One being, you know, I put a deposit down on it, and one being the price they're going to give me for this. They don't buy my bike, see? The garage I'm getting my Norden from, they sell it to someone else because they only deal with off-road stuff. So, you know, I don't want to be hardballed by a third party. Really don't want to be hardballed by a third party, because even though I paid a deposit, I'll walk away from them, because I can go to another garage that's do Nordens and on-road bikes. Maybe I'd have to go to Fowler's. I don't want to go to Fowler's, nothing against Fowler's, I just want to shop local. But Fowler's will be able to get me one, because they're Husqvarna dealers. There's a place in Devizes as well, Midwest Racing. I think that's where I got Midwest MX. That's where I got my my Husqvarna FE350 from. But again, they're off-road, so they probably wouldn't take my bike. So we'll see. I've seen models like this go for second-hand 10 grand, same age, 2 years old, with similar mileage. So, you know, we'll see. They're not going to give me 10 grand obviously, but I don't mind that, because I paid a sizable deposit. I think, sadly enough, it's they've got the higher ground on me, I think, because I really want that expedition. So but yeah, I can't take too low ball offer. Anyway, garage now for some fuel. Yeah, petrol, man, just complete disgrace that we have to pay the prices we pay. We pay so much tax on it in this country. It's just, it's obscene, absolutely obscene. We give them a truckload of money and they just blow it on crap. Anyway, I don't want to get into politics on this, but you know, my weekend's going well. Good Friday yesterday. Cardiff City, 3 points up in Blackpool. Blew them away in the first half, thankfully, or in 20 minutes. So hopefully we'll be okay. Another season in the championship. Imagine the season tickets will be released soon, and I'm like, I'm in an hour in, do I get one, do I get one? I mean, I've had one for years and I haven't fallen out of love with it, but I just, the owners pissed me off. He pissed a lot of us off, and I just don't like putting money in his pocket, you know, because he don't fucking deserve it. But you know, football's a funny thing, because it's part of your blood, it's part of your DNA, like, it defines you, especially when you support your local team. You know, I don't get that supporting teams miles from your house. You have no affinity to the area. You have a huge affinity to the area, Cardiff and all around there. So yeah, I did, you know, for a few years I didn't go, but it seems really hard to pull away, especially as my nephew comes with me as well, and the other two nephews, they pinch his season ticket now and again when he can't make it, you know, and it's I get spend a bit of time with them, because I don't see them as much as I should, I suppose. That's pretty cool. So yes, I'll probably buy one, but I don't have to give him money in a ground, buy his overpriced beer and his overpriced pies, even though the curry veggie pie is really nice. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this one short this week because I'm conscious 30-minute video last week, and it's like, well, you know, is anyone going to sit and watch a really poor video with views for 30 minutes? I mean, well, 35 people have watched it, so I mean, fair play to every single one of you, especially if you saw the old 30 minutes. I mean, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, and I appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel as well, because I'm getting like, people are watching my stuff but they're not subscribing to it, so I think it's a thing on YouTube anyway. But you know, my review video of the Tracer 9 GT, I mean, that's got over 250 views already, a couple of comments, which is really cool. And but no extra subscribers. If you like bikes, subscribe, because there's going to be plenty of content on there. If you like football, subscribe, because there will be content on there of it. Gaming, the same. You know, there'll be bits on there with that, like, so. Yeah, and my Cardiff Swansea matchday vlog, that got a few hundred views as well. Big game, see, big game for both clubs. It's not my derby, Bristol City's my derby, because I lived there. You know, that's far more important to me, which we won at home this year, so good stuff. But obviously it is important to a lot of people. I had a couple of comments from some weird jacks. I don't know what the hell they were saying. But that's football. That's rivalry for you. So yeah, this is going to get serviced today. Oil change. I can't remember what else they go through now. He did tell me. So when I trade it in, it'll have a couple of stamps from the dealer, and I can't see it. I don't know. I mean, the France trip might do 1,000 miles, so might even be 1,500 plus whatever I do beforehand, because I got to go up to Warminster early May, finish my tattoo off. Well, I'm not going to finish it off, Ben is. So get that finished, hopefully. Depends how well I sit again, because I sit like an absolute baby. I'm probably going to have to ride up there on my bike, so that's going to be grim, riding home with a recently tattooed leg, because it hurts, but thankfully it's my left leg, which is a gear shifting leg, I know, but you know, quick shifter and all that, I shouldn't need to move it too much. Yeah, we'll see. Always panic that I've left something or dropped something. Do it all the time, man. Always flapping around in feeling my pockets and stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be plenty of content for France, hopefully. A couple of the other boys have got cameras as well. One of the lads got a drone. So you'll probably do some drone shots, I don't know. I might have to steal some of that footage. Why buy a drone when you make it buy the drone and you just pinch his footage? All you do is give him a shout out on your video for your 30 viewers. Hi Tom. We'll see if he actually watches it. If he actually watches it all the way through, we'll know, because he'll mention to me, yeah, you name me. If he doesn't say anything, it means he doesn't watch it all the way through. Which is a shame, because I watch all his content. He just posted one up actually last night, I think, so I'm going to watch that later. The guy took his drone, well, went out on his bike, took his drone. Anyway, we're about to hit the motorway, so you are probably not going to hear me, so I'm going to knock it on the head and then catch up with you once I get off the motorway. Ladies, gentlemen, and gender neutrals, I am back, just off the motorway, which would have probably been about 2 seconds for you lot, but it was about, I don't know, 10 minutes for me. It's a bit cold this morning still. I'm gonna go the more scenic route, not really very scenic, but I'm actually quite early, so I'm gonna go that scenic route. My legs are cold, so I definitely need to get some Under Armour. These are not motorcycle jeans as well. Big thing, don't like doing that, but the ones I wore are still a little too tight for me, so the ones I bought, which I will fit into eventually once I get back on the road, my training proper, but you know, at the minute they don't. But obviously if you see motorcycle jeans, they do have a little, well, obviously they have protection, knee, hips, everything's a little bit more structured and solid, but they have a little, well, the ones I've certainly bought have a little bit of a lining as well. That could be more protection, so if you fall off, but it keeps you relatively warm. So, but I think I need to buy some Under Armour, so just keep the legs a little bit warm. I don't really suffer with cold legs often, but you know, there we are. So just nip through Coychurch, because you can hear me for one, and oh god, happy Easter, Jesus. And my legs can warm up. Yes, the Prince of Wales. Yeah. But yeah, oop. Might have been able to get through there actually. Oh, he was taking his sweet time. Yes, JT Yamaha in Bridgend. So if you want a Yamaha and you're in South Wales, head down there. Good folks. The good folks at JT Yamahas. So hopefully this ain't gonna cost too much. We'll see. I don't want to spend too much money on the bike, if you know what I mean, especially if I'm trading it in. I'm gonna take it down my brother's just before we go to France, having a big clean. Gonna get it spotless, because he's into his cleaning, you know, car cleaning, like he gets all the waxes and that. And the back to black, get it all shiny, take the pictures, and then obviously when I come back then just take a picture of the mileage, picture of the service book, picture of the book in general with the keys, you know, to show that I've got everything, and away we go. Away we go. and then I get a price for it, and then I deliver it to him, change my insurance, update the road fund license, and away we go. So happy days. I'm really looking forward to it. I've signed back up to the TRF. If you don't know what that is, Trail Riders Fellowship. It's for green laning. In the UK we have a thing called green laning. We have byways, which are non-constructed roads, I think, or they're not looked after, but they're official roads. You know, they could be lanes, mud, ride through a field, but you can legally ride motor vehicles. Some of them you can't drive cars through, and you wouldn't anyway. You'd have to have an off-road car. Obviously a lot of people go through with their Land Rovers and their 4x4s, and then obviously you have people do off-road bikes. I think there's over 130,000 miles of roads. So the TRF sort of, for the biking group, look after the roads, look after, you know, try and, because a lot of people, especially, you know, maybe locals that have trouble with bikers making a noise, they try and get it closed. So what they do is they don't close it, they just make it so it's a non-rideable road. Anyway, here we are. I'll pick up this conversation after, because it's worth talking about. So and there we have it, ladies, gents and non-gender binaries. One Yamaha Tracer 9 GT serviced by the good lads at JT, the good folks at JT Yamaha in Bridgend. And I was talking about the TRF. So the TRF stands for Trail Rider Fellowship. So it's a group who look after the byways in the United Kingdom. They do legal stuff if people try and close them. You do group rides and all, you all pay membership, and I signed up, and my local group club is South Wales TRF, the second largest in the UK, only behind the London and Surrey group. And that's because it's London and Surrey, and there's a lot of people living there, I suppose. Wales has possibly some of the best roads or byways in the country, but as I'll be owning an adventure bike and not an enduro, like a 350, like a Husky 350 or a KTM or a Beta, then a lot of the roads a lot of the lanes I won't be doing, because there's just too much. It's also commonly known as the TET, which is a Trans-European Trail. And some of the TET in South Wales is incredibly difficult. I know the Wye Valley stuff is incredibly difficult, and I don't think you'd get a adventure bike up some of the stuff there. You might, well, yes, I'll rephrase that. A good rider would get an adventure bike up some of the stuff, but I wouldn't. Not quite confident with that. So but that's okay, because I'm not sort of buying it necessarily for that. You know, the TRF, I'm joining the TRF because it's good to meet like-minded individuals in the area who are into it. You know, I'd like to buy another 350, or a 250 to ride off the more technical stuff. But you know, the Norden's for adventure riding, you know, and possibly doing some TET in Europe. So I know the stuff in Europe ain't so bad, or some of it anyway. I'd imagine some of it's quite difficult, but I think you know, some of the stuff I've seen in Europe, northern France and that, all seems pretty straightforward. So yeah, I've signed back up. I used to be a member many moons ago, and then I've signed back up again. And obviously, hopefully, when I get my bike, then I'll start riding with them in June. They normally have meets, monthly meets, so I'll, depending where it is, pop along to that one of them, like show my face. But yeah, that's about it really. Bike is serviced now and ready to go. All the book is stamped and all ready when I traded in. I got all the receipts to say she's sweet. All the updates have been done, the recalls. There was only 2 anyway, one for fueling ECU and one for the throttle assembly. That's all been done. So, you know, I'm gonna enjoy my trip to France on this lovely machine, and then looking forward to my new model, my new Tracer. Yeah, so I think I'll end this video because I've only got a short trip down the motorway and then I'm done and home. So yes, I will end this now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I don't care if you don't like it, don't care. Subscribe. And you don't need to like my videos, but yeah, I'd appreciate a sub. Yeah, and if there's anything you want me to film content wise, just let me know in the comments. You know, because my channel doesn't get huge amounts of views, you know, when these influencers say I read all my comments, you know, they get someone else to read them. But I actually will read all the comments because I don't get many. And you'll mostly get a reply unless you're being a dick, and then you won't get a reply. So remember that. Don't be a dick. You know? Just don't be a dick. Anyway, I'm out of here. Peace out, and everyone stay safe. If you're riding motorbikes, keep them rubber side up. Cheers.